You're most likely wondering what this has to do with that. Let's do it. Jan 20, TSA head fired, FAA chief forced out. Jan 21, air traffic controller hiring freeze. Jan 22, aviation safety advisory committee disbanded. Jan 28, buyout/retirement demand sent to existing employees. Jan 29, first American midair collision in 16 years. All within the first 10 days of his presidency. And this is what he had to say about all of that.
It's all under investigation.
I understand that. That's why I'm trying to figure out how you can come to the conclusion right now that diversity had something to do with this crash.
Because I have common sense, okay? And unfortunately, a lot of people don't.
Trump went on to blame Pete Buttigieg, who headed the transportation department under Biden, saying he's a disaster. He's run it right into the ground with his diversity. Here we are, listening to a fully grown human blame a midair collision with no survivors on a concept. Yes, you see, it's not concept and effect, it's cause and effect. And because you let go of many people that oversaw these machines in the sky, one would presume the effect, the first mid-air collision in 16 years, was due to all the elements in place leading up to that crash that you're responsible for. Robert Reich added, we did not have a FAA administrator to respond to the tragic crash last night in D.C. because Elon Musk pushed the agency head appointed under Biden to resign after he fined SpaceX for failing to follow safety requirements. And look at how Trump grammatically phrased Pete Buttigieg. He said his diversity, like Pete brought diversity to an aviation department and it caused a crash. If that were the case and Pete's responsible for bringing diversity to the table, he's done an awful job. Since according to available data, the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, is considered to be heavily white dominated, with a majority of its workforce, particularly in pilot positions, identifying as white, reflecting a historical trend of the aviation industry being predominantly white male occupied. And statistics show that over 90% of pilots are white men. But that's not the point. The point is people who were in position to oversee giant machines flying through the sky were let go for one reason or another, and an absolute tragedy occurred with no survivors. And now the President of the United States, instead of leading, has chosen lying.